Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're not confused. You're not unaware. You know your 20s are slipping. You know the hours are disappearing. You know the potential inside you is bigger than the life you're currently living. And that's the part that hurts. Because this isn't ignorance, it's hesitation. You wake up with ambition and sleep with regret. You scroll past reminders about discipline. You hear lectures about purpose. You talk about next year like it's guaranteed. But deep down, you feel it. You're burning your 20s. Not in flames that everyone can see, but in slow, invisible smoke. And the tragedy? You're watching it happen. Your 20s are not just a decade. They are a foundation. This is the decade where identities are built, habits are carved, character is formed. What you repeat now becomes who you are later. And right now, you're repeating distraction, late nights without purpose, endless scrolling, temporary relationships, half-committed goals, spiritual inconsistency. You tell yourself you're still young, but youth is not protection. It's responsibility. The prophet said that on the day of judgment, you will be asked about your youth, how you spent it, not your retirement, not your old age, your youth, because youth is power, energy, focus, capacity, and when power is wasted, the regret is heavier. Let's be honest. You don't lack opportunity. You lack urgency. You move like you have time, but time is moving faster than you think. One Ramadan turns into another. 1 year becomes three, three becomes five, and suddenly you're not in your early 20s anymore. But your discipline never matured, your iman never deepened, your character never sharpened, you stayed comfortable. Comfort is subtle. It doesn't attack you. It sedates you. It convinces you that average effort is enough, that minimum salah is acceptable, that I'll fix myself later is a strategy. It's not. It's avoidance dressed as patience. Look at the contrast. Some young Muslims in their 20s are memorizing Quran, building businesses with integrity, strengthening their bodies, studying their deen deeply, preparing for leadership, and others waiting, scrolling, complaining, comparing. Same age, different direction. The difference is not intelligence, it's decision. Every day in your 20s is a vote. A vote for discipline or indulgence. A vote for growth or stagnation. A vote for akhira or dunya. And votes compound. You think one late night doesn't matter, one missed fajr doesn't matter, one wasted week doesn't matter, but habits don't form dramatically, they form quietly. And by the time you notice the pattern owns you. Here's the hard truth. You're not tired because life is hard. You're tired because you're misaligned. You consume more than you create. You talk more than you execute. You dream more than you act. And that gap between who you could be and who you are becoming, that gap creates internal frustration. That frustration is not random. It's your soul protesting mediocrity. Allah created you with potential, not to drift, not to blend in, not to waste prime years chasing temporary highs. But when you prioritize comfort over calling, you shrink, and shrinking feels safe until it feels suffocating. You want motivation, but motivation without structure is just emotion. You feel inspired after a reminder, you promise change. Then 3 days later, you're back to old habits. Why? Because you didn't change identity, you only changed mood. Identity is built through discipline. Discipline is built through repetition. Repetition requires sacrifice. And sacrifice feels heavy in your 20s because everyone else looks like they're enjoying life. Travel, parties, flex culture, living their best life. But you're not seeing the full picture. You're seeing highlights, not consequences. Every lifestyle has a cost. The disciplined youth sacrifice comfort now and enjoy stability later. The careless youth enjoy comfort now and face instability later. There is no neutral path. If you don't build yourself in your 20s, your 30s will build you through hardship. That's not negativity. That's reality. And spiritually, if you normalize weak prayer now, casual sins now, minimal effort now, That pattern becomes harder to break later. Your nafs grows stronger with indulgence. Your willpower weakens with neglect. So when you say, I'll get serious when I'm older, what you're really saying is, I'll fight a stronger version of my bad habits later. That's not smart. Your 20s are your training ground. Train your body, train your mind, train your soul. Because once this decade passes, it does not return. And regret in your 30s hits differently. It's not dramatic, it's quiet. It's looking back and realizing you had energy you no longer have, time you no longer control, opportunities you ignored, and wishing you moved when it was easier. But here's the empowering part. You're still in it. You're watching this. You're thinking. You're aware. That means it's not over. Burning your 20s is not permanent unless you continue. The shift begins with ownership. Stop blaming your environment. Stop blaming your past. Stop blaming society. Look in the mirror and ask, if I repeat this exact year 5 more times, who will I become? That question is powerful because consistency is either your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. Start small, but start strict. Guard Fajr like it's non-negotiable. Train your body at least 3 times a week. Limit your screen time intentionally. Read Quran daily, even one page with reflection. Set one meaningful goal and pursue it relentlessly. Not for aesthetics, not for social media, for identity, because disciplined youth become powerful adults, and powerful adults change communities. But it begins privately, in the quiet battle between you and your excuses. Right now, you are shaping the man you will become. Will he thank you or resent you? Will he stand firm in his faith or struggle to rebuild what you neglected? Your 20s are not meant for drifting. They are meant for building. And building requires friction. Lean into it. Because one day, when you stand before Allah, you will not be asked how trendy you were or how entertained you stayed. You will be asked about your youth, how you used it, what you pursued, what you prioritized. And that answer is being written right now. You're not powerless, you're just deciding every single day. So decide consciously. Stop burning your 20s slowly. Start investing them intentionally. Because the man you become is under construction, and you are the builder. If this made you uncomfortable, good. That means it's real. If this shifted your perspective, subscribe. Because the next video might change your life.